All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving headfirst into this massive web of leaks and rumors surrounding Avengers Doomsday to build a complete chronological map of the film. If you've been trying to piece together exactly where the cinematic universe is heading and how these massive storylines collide, well, you are in the exact right place. We've sourced and structured all the major grounded leaks into a clear, unified narrative timeline for you today. Let's get into it.
Here's our roadmap for today. We're going from the explosive opening scene leak right into a three-universe incursion, then taking a trip to Battleworld, uncovering the secret resistance, and finishing up with some major Marvel rumors.
Section 1, the opening scene leak, starting with a bang.
So, the leaks we're looking at today actually give us a pretty clear picture of the movie's entire three-act structure. We're not just looking at isolated random scenes here. We're seeing a massive, deliberate escalation from an opening clash straight into a huge midpoint Sentinel battle, which leads right into a totally catastrophic third-act finale. Right out of the gate, our sources are pointing to a brutally intense fight between some absolutely legendary legacy characters. Picture this, okay? You've got Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man pinned down on the ground, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is aggressively lunging at him, claws fully out, and Deadpool, he's literally just standing there watching the whole thing go down. Probably wishing he brought some popcorn, right? It's crazy. The gloves are off immediately, and these different realities are already violently colliding.
Moving to Section 2. A three-universe incursion, the devastating climax. Prepare yourselves because the stakes here are raised way beyond a standard cinematic battle.
Okay, so we really need to recontextualize what we've already seen. Don't let the trailer footage of Doctor Doom activating those giant sentinels fool you. You totally think that's the grand finale, right? Well, our sources indicate this is actually just the second act, the midpoint fight, and it's going to be a heavy one, with rumors strongly suggesting that two major characters are actually going to die during this specific confrontation.
Because trust me, the true finale is so much bigger. The actual climax is this massive incursion, and we'll be seeing it from multiple heroes' perspectives as three core universes are simultaneously destroyed. We're not just talking about two worlds colliding, which is bad enough. We are watching Earth 616, the X-Men's Earth 1005, and Earth 828 all smash into each other at the exact same time. If you spent the last 20-plus years watching these distinct cinematic universes, seeing them physically crash into each other is going to be absolutely jaw-dropping.
And the harbinger of all this destruction? The Doomsday Clock. This is that countdown timer eagle-eyed fans spotted hanging out in the background of the very first trailer. It's literally signaling the unstoppable collision of these realities. And guys, here is the real gut punch. Despite the heroes giving it absolutely everything they have, fighting tooth and nail, that Doomsday Clock hit zero, and the universes are completely destroyed. The heroes actually lose.
Which brings us to Section 3. Welcome to Battleworld, Doom's ultimate victory.
So this crucial contrast is honestly pretty terrifying. Before the incursion, you've got our heroes desperately fighting Doom. They know exactly who they are and exactly what's at stake. But inside Battleworld, Doom claims the ultimate victory. He resurrects the fallen heroes from those destroyed universes. But, and here's the kicker, he completely wipes their memories to guarantee absolute loyalty. They wake up genuinely believing they've always lived in this patchwork world, and that God Emperor Doom has literally always been their supreme ruler.
And he is not ruling alone, no matter what the marketing team wants you to believe. Our sources point out that Doom's big victory lap on his throne in the trailer, it was visually altered. The VFX team sneakily edited out his most powerful lackeys to hide them from us. In the actual movie, characters like Boris the Wizard and the terrifying Coven of Witches will be standing right there beside him in that throne room, enforcing his absolute will.
All right, Section 4, the secret resistance. A glimmer of hope. Just when things look entirely hopeless for the MCU, we get the biggest twist of this whole storyline.
Against all odds, Tobey Spider-Man and Jackman's Wolverine actually survive the incursion. But most importantly, they survive with their memories fully intact. They are the only ones who remember the truth. So, to kick off the events of Secret Wars, they have to pull off this completely desperate master plan. Survive the incursion, discreetly gather all these brainwashed heroes across Battleworld, figure out a way to restore their memories, and ultimately mount a massive all-out rebellion against God Emperor Doom.
Now, to pull off a narrative shift this massive, you need some absolute top-tier talent behind the scenes. The epic transition from Doomsday's incredibly dark ending straight into Secret Wars is being handled by returning legendary MCU editor Matthew Schmidt. Knowing that the editor behind Infinity War and Endgame is the one shaping this cliffhanger, yeah, that pretty much guarantees an absolute emotional roller coaster. We're in very capable hands here.
And finally, Section 5, Major Marvel Rumors, Cavalry, Witches, and Tickets. Let's explore some of the wildest Easter eggs and industry buzz floating around right now.
Consider this little social media breadcrumb. An Instagram user commented, "Latverian witch," and that exact comment was officially liked by Sophia DiMartino, the actress who plays Sylvie. This heavily implies that Sylvie is going to be revealed as a member of Doom's powerful coven of witches, possibly the Green Witch. It's just a brilliant way to integrate those beloved Loki characters right into Doom's new hierarchy on the big screen.
And let me tell you, these witches play dirty. Sources detail this one scene where a Latverian witch is taking a brutal beating from Steve Rogers. To save herself, she literally shapeshifts into a fake Peggy Carter right in the middle of the fight. It's awful, but it perfectly illustrates how Doom's forces are going to psychologically torture the heroes. They're using their deepest traumas and lost loves against them, so they physically cannot bring themselves to fight back.
Okay, next up we have to address the biggest casting questions circulating the internet right now, especially following his explosive appearance in Deadpool and Wolverine. Will Cavill Turing return?
The current rumors state that Henry Cavill is actually in final talks for a major, permanent mutant role in the upcoming X-Men reboot. If this is true, it means his recent appearance wasn't just some fun, one-off cameo. It was a proper debut, kind of testing the waters for the next era of mutants. With most of the major X-Men roles cast for the reboot, except for Wolverine, he could very well be stepping in as the new, permanent Logan. I mean, talk about an incredible upgrade for the franchise, right?
And honestly, rumors like that are exactly why the audience appetite for this film is staggering. Pre-sales for Doomsday have completely shattered records. It is currently tracking to be the #1 biggest opening of all time, easily flying past early internal benchmarks like Brand New Day. The hype is literally translating directly into historic, record-breaking numbers.
So, it all leaves us with this one massive provocative thought. With 3 distinct universes completely wiped out and the greatest heroes of the multiverse brainwashed into serving God Emperor Doom, how exactly will Spider-Man and Wolverine, 2 legacy heroes, manage to pull off the ultimate rescue? It completely cements Doomsday as the most highly anticipated comic book event in cinema history. Thanks so much for joining me as we unpack these massive leaks in today's explainer. Let me know how you think they'll pull it off.